Hello, welcome to this impromptu live stream. I have decided to record a video in real time showing you the latest transcript magic updates in Marketing Magic so that you can see what's going on with it before the knowledge base recordings are ready. So if you have not met me before, my name is Maneksha. I'm introducing myself because this link is going to go out to other people as well. But this is just giving you a tour of the fact that Transcript Magic has changed from being the 27 tools that it was to being around 45 tools currently. There's a couple that are going to be joining next week as well. So I'm going to share my screen and walk you through it. And then if you have any questions, this is likely that you're watching the replay for this because it's so impromptu, but you can reach out and let me know. So, excuse me, to get started, I'm going to show you the transcripts that I uploaded previously. And I have been working with a 2.5 hour session, which was this one. And I've also been working with a 40-minute session as well. I've generated some different examples with this, which is about half an hour, but just so that you can kind of see the finished results without waiting for it to generate while I'm live streaming. So these are all the tools in Transcript Magic. You can summarize and rewrite and get different things out of the core information for your transcript. You can turn it into blog content, you can turn it into social content, you can create email content and also get ideas for interactive lead magnets. You can create video scripts from your transcript. You can get some specific details for how to visualize the content that is inside your inside your transcript. You can create training materials. You can repurpose it for podcasting. You can also reverse engineer your sales materials using Transcript Magic as well. So we're going to look at these in a little bit more detail now, each one of them, and then you can have a play with it in your own time. Transcript Freestyle also lets you just put in your own prompt, so you can extract specific pieces of information or specific topical things if you're wanting to pull out some content around an upcoming workshop is a way that I typically use this. And then this one is taking a webinar or demo, and then you can reverse engineer your funnel from it, and that's a video for another time. So first things first, let's look at the summarize and rewrite. So all I've done is selected this customers, not sales transcript, and it takes about 3 minutes, excuse me, for this one to generate all sections when it's a longer piece of text. So the 2-hour long workshop was taking about 3 minutes. But the reason for that is because you get your summaries. So you get some bullet points and different things that kind of help you to summarize whatever it is that you've been talking about into a shorter at a glance. You also get topic extraction, which pulls out anything that is relevant to this top level category. This is super handy if you are pulling out particular excerpts for things. And then if we go down to the bottom, you get some key quotes. So sound bites, key quotes, insightful excerpts, anything that can be, again, repurposed into social content and the like. Then you get a summary of different keywords and key phrases that come up quite a lot in the text. And finally, in this section, you get a rewrite of the automated transcripts. If you've uploaded something that is automated, it's really messy, there's issues with the grammar and spelling, this will basically rewrite it, but ready for you to copy and paste. So you can see it's got line breaks, it's got headings and things like that. So this is a super handy tool for making sure that the notes that you're providing alongside your videos are readable and great quality for the people who are watching. The second thing that I'm going to show you is the blog content. So the top tool here gives you content ideas and it will give you specific titles, but it also will give you some different angles that you can take as you cover this as well, and then some different questions for exploration, which I love this one because it just is a really great starting point to have a conversation on your social channels or on your blog or even in your email. You also will then get your blog post titles and outlines. So this has got the blog post title, and then we've got an introduction with different headings and subheadings for that blog post, and there are 3 for that. Now, I haven't generated these because it just takes a little bit longer. Again, if you hit generate all, this is probably going to take about 3 minutes in total, because what you will get here is a full blog post, and you can also upload customer interviews, and you can create case studies for your blog as well, which again you could use in your email if you wanted to. These are longer form content, so it doesn't take very long, but it took long enough this morning that I was like, I'm just going to explain it to you, and then you can have a play around with it in your own time. And then the social content, we have got different social media posts with calls to action. We've got short form social content that is more suited to things like Threads or X. And then we have engagement posts that are designed to get people interacting with your stories and encourage your audience to engage with you. Good for Facebook groups as well. There's also a carousel outline, so you can take your content and turn it into an educational visual post, and there are key points and then some examples of visual elements that you can pull in to that carousel as well. Then you've got 3 short video scripts, which work really well, again, for anywhere that you have short form video. And then there is a shorter section of quotes here that is pulling out those sound bites and things that are potentially going to make really good social posts. You can put them on a graphic, you can use them as a starting point for a video. So that is the social content. And then we go into emails and lead magnets. So you can generate a single email, which is what we've got here. I've got my tone of voice and everything set up with my subject lines, the samples for my formatting preferences. So these are better than your average AI subject lines. And this one in particular is probably going to get used sans rocket emoji. And we've got, again, a few more for this one, but this sequence will turn your transcript into, an outline for a series of emails on that particular topic, which again, super fun. So they're shorter, obviously, because it is just the outline of the sequence. Then you can create a challenge. So this is really handy if you have got a course or something. You can create a challenge out of your course content. And finally, we have a quiz section, which can be super handy, again, if you are doing any kind of challenge, any kind of course, but you can also turn quizzes into, lead generation tools. This one is particularly angled at, assessment of knowledge rather than it being fun lead gen moment. Then we've got video scripts. I'm not going to go into all of the tools, but let's, for the sake of this one, create a select my transcript here, and I'm going to generate the slide deck outline. So in the video script section, same tool for video scripts that you saw in the social content, but then we've got the webinar script. So you can create a webinar script from your transcript, YouTube video script, and sales video script. And the slide deck outline will take your transcript and break it down into a slide-by-slide process if you're wanting to add sort of visual educational slides to a particular workshop. So we can see we've got the slide is the title slide, title, introduction, presenter, that's the content. Second piece, introduction to the session with different bullet points. So it really is just walking you through how to get that set up as quickly as possible as well. So that's the video scripts. Visualize your content. So this one is a really fun one to help you think about the way that you can communicate in different formats. So obviously we spend a lot of time on video, doing slide decks, writing, but what would it look like for you to be able to deliver a flowchart or a decision tree to your students, to your listeners, to your audience? So this gives you the sort of logic of creating a decision tree or flowchart for the transcript. You also have got different examples of mind maps. So you could create a mind map. And then the last one is ideas for infographics. So you've got the titles and themes, and then how to visualize that data in an infographic. So again, just really helpful to kind of get your creative juices flowing and think about how you can deliver your message in different ways for your audience. draft training materials from a transcript. So this will take your transcript and turn it into a fact sheet. So at a glance fact sheet, a set of FAQs, which you can either use, within your student environment, or you can use it on your website, or you can use it as a blog post. There's loads of different applications for FAQs. There's also a workbook, so sort of the structure of that with some different exercises and key points, and then an answer key as well. A cheat sheet, which focuses on tips and tricks, key things to take away, and then a checklist or process. So we have got different actions that can be taken by our clients. Discussion guide and questions, assessment. So this is for, again, if you're looking at courses and you're just wanting to make sure that you've got that interactive engagement happening, the assessment is a good starting point. You could add a couple of questions to the end of things or into emails, but anyway, to sort of create that conversation with your audience. Repurposing for podcasting. I don't think I have generated anything from this section. So let's take the long one. This is a 2-hour transcript. So it's, about 110,000 characters. It's a really long one. So I'm going to hit start on that so you can see it in real time. But the suggestions here are designed to take your existing content and then repurpose it into a format that works for podcasting. So here we go. That was really quick because it's using GPT 4.0. But suggestions for repurposing, we've got the title, why it would be engaging, and then the excerpt from the transcript that supports that particular theme. So that's 3 different sentences that have been pulled out of that transcript there as well. And we've got that 3 times. So that's also really good for social content, emails, different inspiration for things to talk about elsewhere, where you can take that and have that conversation in another marketing container. Podcast script, including a longer one and a short one. I'm not going to spend too much time on this doing them live because of dead air. The sell your content one has been around for a little while, but a lot of people haven't realized that it's there. This is so much fun because you can deliver a live training or a workshop, and then you can upload the transcript and reverse engineer your product information from your live training. So this will give you learning outcomes and key takeaways. It will also then outline the customer insights for the ideal customer for that training. It will give you a product specification. So you've got your titles here in terms of options, a sentence summary, different learning outcomes, sort of outline of your content, and then ideas for things that you can include to help people take action, and any additional resources as well. Then we have a checkout page, template, and a short sales page outline, which is not so short, but it's enough to get you started with something. But then you can go into the sales page tool and create a couple of extra sections to lengthen it out if you want to. But that's a really great way of being able to take things that are maybe in your archive and give them a new lease of life. Final one that I'm going to show you on this live stream is the transcript freestyle. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to say, extract all the quotes about how websites work. So I've got a training that I'm doing later on today, and it is about how websites work. So if I wanted to take my past content and pull out anything relevant that I've said about that topic, I can go in and do that. And this is about 40 minutes long, but because I've asked it to go through and do something very specific in terms of, individual quotes, it's going to go through that transcript, find anything relevant, and then populate it hopefully here for us to see. But this one does take a tiny little bit longer, just because obviously it is going back through and pulling out all of this good information about that. So this is all of the times that I've mentioned in that transcript, anything to do with how websites work. So super handy just for pulling out that information without having to go back over and look at your old automated transcripts, because I don't know about you, but I never do that. So that is transcript freestyle. I did have Google Timer up and I forgot to set it running, but you can generate basically all of those tools within 12 minutes for a transcript that is up to 45 minutes. After that, you're looking at about 15 minutes maybe, but it's unlikely you're going to need to use every single tool for every single transcript. And it does just give you a sense of what's possible with all of the different tools when it comes to thinking about your marketing content and making sure that you are not spending all of your time doing things from scratch in your business. So if you don't have a Marketing Magic account yet, you can get a 7-day free trial. If you do have a Marketing Magic account, you can head over and give this a try. I hope you love it. It is going to save you so much time, and there is so much that you can pull out to improve your current products and resources and services, but also to make your marketing more impactful for your audience as well. So that's a wrap from me for now. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and otherwise enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.